Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. Books. Okay, today I kind of want to just like do a discussion video, like a rambling thoughts video. I happened to run to the library today, and kind of something strange happened to me. I was checking out a book. I was kind of just randomly looking through all the different sections. I always go to like the middle grade first to see if they have any like holiday middle grade books that I used to read when I was a kid. And then I go to the young adult, and then I go over to the adult section, and then I like weave myself around like the mystery section. I love just like going to the library. I just love the library. And so anyway, I was checking out this book, and I've actually checked it out before, and it's Jerry Spinelli who wrote Stargirl. Oh, I love that book so much. The Warden's Daughter. And every time I see this, I want to read it. And so I checked it out again, and as I was checking it out, I noticed there was like no card thing, right? And at the end on the computer thing, it always says put card, you know, in the section. And so what you're supposed to do is, they used to have like a little thing and you would put your card over it. And so then when you walked it out, it would like cover, you know, see the scanner. And the woman said to me, she was standing like right there as I was like checking out, and she said, oh, we don't have cards anymore. And I had just been in there like 2 weeks ago, and she was like, we don't have cards anymore, but the computer doesn't know it yet. And I said, oh, I said, that kind of makes me sad. And she was like, makes you sad? And I was like, yeah, it kind of makes me sad. Like, I remember as a kid, like, you know, they would like write the date in there. Do you remember that? Like when you would get a library card and they would like stamp the date or write the date in there? And I remember the school library, like you would write your name on the card and you would put like Peter Monn next to it, you know? And I was like, oh, the times they are a-changing, I guess. So anyway, I was standing there, I was kind of like thinking, is the library gonna go away eventually? Will it just become irrelevant and we won't have libraries anymore? And it was, you know, it really made me sad because I love to go to the library. And since I started BookTube, I have found so many people that utilize the library. And I was starting to think about, you know, like I think of it as a place I enjoy going. And for me, it's full of memories because I go to the library that I went to when I was a really little kid, and my mom used to take me there. And so for me, I mean, it looks identical inside and out from when I went there as a kid. And so every time I walk in there, it's just like a date with mom, so to speak, you know? And so anyway, I was thinking as I left, I was thinking what a magnificent place the library is, you know? And you have there your little card. Here's your little card. I have my little library. Now, don't try to get my library card. Now, the lady, when she gave me my new one, she said to me, don't let somebody get your library card because they will check out a bunch of DVDs and they won't bring them back and we'll just have to charge you. So don't ever let anybody get your library card. But I was thinking, isn't it interesting that we don't ever think about it this way? But this is like really one of the greatest credit cards in the entire world. I mean, it is better than like the, the Black Card, American Express, and all that kind of stuff, because unless you have an overdue fee, you don't ever get charged for anything. But yet you get all of this free shit, right? You get books that will take you around the world. You have books that will take you on adventures. You have books that will teach you things. Free classes. I mean, the library has so many amazing programs. Overdrive, the free program that you guys know Overdrive. So Overdrive is like, we have it for our library, and a lot of libraries do. And everybody in the United States, I don't know about other countries, but everybody has access to a library. I checked, okay? And this is a fact. If your town or county doesn't have a library, the closest town or county has to issue a library card. So anyway, but Overdrive is like, you can get Kindle books or like, you know, e-line or ebooks, and you can get audio books all from Overdrive and listen to the current things, get on a list and whatever. And it's funny because like every time I go there, they always have like the most current books. Like I don't even have to wait a lot of times, right? When I was there tonight, E. Lockhart's newest book was there, and Adam Silvera's new book was there, and I was like, I wouldn't have even had to buy these books, right? So I just was sitting there and I was like walking around and I was like, this is such a fantastic place, you know, and they offer classes and they offer like, they're always having seminars that are free for people, you know, on how to do your taxes, and they have computer access all the time and all kinds of stuff, and they have free bookmarks, and, you know, I love the library so much. And the other like thing in Indianapolis, and I'm sure other libraries do, is that they have the library sale. So you can go to like one of the libraries in your town and you can buy books for cheaper because they are getting rid of books, you know? I just think it's so fantastic. And I think on BookTube, like we don't talk about libraries enough. I know that Richard at what's his newest channel called? Richard's Media Geek. He did a library like video, and I loved it, in a haul. And he always does like, because he reads like middle grade books and stuff, they do like those challenges in the summer where you have to read so many books or whatever. And I love that he shows accessing a library, because a lot of times I think on BookTube, and I'm not putting down hauls, y'all know I do hauls left and right? But we don't talk about like library hauls, or like if somebody looks at a library haul, they kind of like, oh, well, you don't own the book. You don't own the book. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, but it's still a haul. And when I was a little kid and I went into the library, and it was almost more special to get like 5 or 10 books from the library, because I would get a lot, than it was to get, you know, more from the bookstore. I don't know why. It just always meant more to me when I was a little kid. Just the whole idea that there was all these books and I could have any book that I wanted, you know? And I just think it's one of the greatest places in the entire world. And I think it's one of, you know, the living miracles that we have out there today. And, you know, in my library, a lot of the librarians are surly. They are the surly librarians. They're not the nicest people in the world, but there's some very, very nice librarians in there that have helped me a lot. And I actually, when I did my scavenger hunt book tag on here, I did it at the library, and I told 2 of them what I was doing, and they loved it, and they helped me through the whole thing. They're like, okay, this is what you could do. So they helped me through the whole thing. So I did have help coming up with that tag, but you know, I just think it's such a fantastic place, and I think that so many people don't access it because they want to write in their books and whatever, and I totally understand that, you know? But I think to even just go and get some ideas, like when I was in there tonight, there was some newspaper that the library puts out, and it was a whole article about John Grisham, and I was standing there reading it. It was interesting stuff that I didn't know, you know? And I don't know. I just think as bookish people, we should contribute to and support the library on a more regular basis. And you know, every year going into the next year, I always think about like a charity that I want to support, or like an arts, you know, thing that I want to support financially. And I mean, it's not like I have thousands of dollars, but you know, a little bit of money, right, to donate or whatever. And I've really been trying to decide whether I want to take all of my old books to Half Price Books or the library. And I actually think I'm going to take most of them to the library. I was going to say all, but most of them to the library. And then I think I'm going to donate a little extra money too, because I don't ever want to see the library go away. I love it. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.